than 24 Al-Shabaab T. Link. Ankit Panda said, it's been 20 years for the state as unitary rational actor model. WW3 update retweeted Lyle Goldstein who said, retweet at Lyle Goldstein, Chinese military news commentator quotes MOFA, suggesting that the US is the world's largest force. CCTV said. Netherlands radar said, United States Air Force Boeing C-17A Globemaster 309-9205, AE-49C1, at 33,000 feet heading southeastbound northward. Link. WW3 update retweeted Menmerk who said, retweet at Menmerk1, training activity for the 55th wing is in high gear. This is the second flight of the day for these two airframes. https://t. Golf 9 airplane retweeted Defense 1 who said, retweet at Defense 1, the modifications to the Soviet-era MiG-29S, which were done by an undisclosed Air Force contractor, will allow Ukraine to. WW3 update retweeted Kim.com who said, retweet at Kim.com, caught the Five Eyes gangsters jet boating on my river. They ride their black vans into Glenorchy with police escorts as if. First Squawk said, EU's Borrell, EU ministers agreed to continue providing military support. TRT World Now said, British PM Liz Truss vows before UNGA to keep up military aid to conflict-ravaged Ukraine until it triumphs against. Link. ABC News said, New York AG Letitia James has filed a sweeping lawsuit against Donald Trump and his family alleging they used false. Link. China Uncensored said, meet Hong Kong's boss lady Queen Elizabeth II. Link, photo. Intel Rogue said, Iranian man shielded many women from Iranian regime thugs and took shotgun pellets to the back during anti-Iranian. Link. AFP news agency said, U.S. jury orders Meta to pay $174.5 million for violating live streaming patents developed by a U.S. Army veteran seeking. Link. Newsmax said, a man charged with assault after he was seen on a video slapping the back of former New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani. Link. Oil price hourly said, oil price update, $89.51 chart increasing. Brent dollar crude, oil price source, link. AFP news agency said, breaking Borrell says EU ministers considering new sanctions on Russia, photo. The Kiev Independent said, high voltage Reuters, Trudeau says Putin's behavior only goes to show that his invasion is failing. Canadian PM Trudeau Al. Link. OSIN Technical said, Kharkiv Oblast, Russian forces abandoned a 2A-65 Mista-B 152mm howitzer on the side of the road. Photo. OSIN Technical said, insert the can't park their joke somewhere down here. Red Zero said, even Kim be like, link, photo. Intel Stream retweeted Ashley Oliver who said, retweet at Ash Oliver, such an artificial case categorization scheme allows FBI leadership to misleadingly point to significant increases in due. Endgame WW3 United States retweeted me who said, retweet at Mobile-88, Khojan another city in Iran. Protesters burning down morality police cars and an IRGC station Iran protests 2022 at. ABC News said, I would do this all over again if I could because the rewards and the benefits definitely outweigh anything. Link. ISW said, Russian President Vladimir Putin's announcement of partial mobilization reflected many problems Russia faces in. Link. Endgame WW3 United States retweeted me who said, retweet at Mobile-88, Kasham Iran. Another city with protesters are destroying the courthouse of the Islamic Revolution and the posters of. ISW said, Eastern Ukraine update. Ukrainian forces likely continued offensive operations around Lyman. /1. Link. Endgame WW3 United States said, update, EU Foreign Policy Representative, European agreement to impose additional sanctions on Russia. DEFCON level warning system current 2022 status said, link. ISW said, Eastern Ukraine update. Russian forces continued ground attacks on the eastern outskirts of Bakhmut and against. Link. DEFCON level warning system current 2022 status said, link. Endgame WW3 United States said, update, Borrell, the European Union will never recognize the territories subject to the Russian referendum except as part of Ukraine. Red Zero said, the Central Asian Turks taking a stand, link. ISW said, Southern Axis update. Ukrainian forces conducted strikes north and east of Kherson city as part of an operationa. Link. Endgame WW3 United States said, Borrell, Russia, its leadership, and all those involved in organizing referendums and human rights violations in UK are. Link. Intel Rogue retweeted Alexei Reznikov who said, retweet at Alexei Reznikov, mathematics the Russian way. The most popular math problem for Russian school children and their parents this fall. Do. Tyler Rogoway said, wow. Ender. We finally got the Star Wars show we knew was possible. Incredible. The writing, acting, direction, SEO. Link. Red Zero said, Ankara is making moves. Endgame WW3 United States said, Borrell, we will continue to support Ukraine's efforts with military equipment, no matter how long it takes. ISW said, Russian mobilization and force generation update. Russian federal subjects, regions, are continuing crypto mobilization. Link. Aviation and naval assets said, photo. ISW said, Russian occupied areas update. Russian appointed occupation administrators are likely increasing law enforcement. Link. Endgame WW3 United States said, update, British Prime Minister, we will continue to support Ukraine militarily until victory is achieved. Aviation and naval assets said, Russia, photo. Evergreen Intel said, all of these aircraft Manu was tracking indicated Putin was heading to St. Petersburg. Russia Tu-214 SR, comms relay air. Link. Tyler Rogoway said, how this is paced out, how every character is so fully fleshed out and unique and interesting, the fucking tension. Link. AFP news agency said, British Prime Minister Liz Truss vows before UN to keep up military aid to war-ravaged Ukraine until it triumphs AG. Link. Aviation and naval assets said, thinking face-face with monocle, photo. Tyler Rogoway said, which works so well in this universe but can't be taken to its ends in really family-friendly form. This show will. Link. First Squawk said, Hong Kong Finance Secretary, I don't think there's a risk of a sharp adjustment in housing prices. Red Zero said, millions. Really? Come on. Link. Aviation and naval assets said, West Coast eyeballs on what? Missile launch or hypersonic testing. Photo. Tim said, third evening in a row for summer training where this count of Blackhawks are up doing their thing. Fun. US Air Force 5:5, photo. Joe Rogan retweeted Adam Singer who said, retweet at Adam Singer, fun thing my peers who aren't part of internet culture haven't noticed at MRBeast plus other emerging voices are low-key helping. Tyler Rogoway said, going to be higher now. It proves that laser swords and space sorcerers are not the only way to great Star Wars TV. Link. Red Zero said, if so, kick the tires and light the fires, Seoul is safe from shelling. Aviation and naval assets said, rocket launch? Tyler Rogoway said, and if the writing is really good, You don't need constant fan service and big reveals to make a great show or link. Tyler Ragawe said, bottom line, this may be the best Star Wars product I have ever seen. Let's see if they can keep it up. Reuters US News said, woman who falsely accused Blackbird watcher loses lawsuit against ex-employer, link, photo. ISW said, Putin's order to mobilize part of Russia's trained reserve, that is, individuals who have completed their mandate. Link. ISW said, it may suffice to sustain the current levels of Russian military manpower in 2023 by offsetting Russian casualties. Link. ISW said, Putin and Shoigu emphatically said that only reservists who have completed their initial military service will be. Link. ISW said, it's unclear how much of the Russian reserve has already been deployed to fight in Ukraine, and reports conflict are. Link. ISW said, regardless, Russian reserves are poorly trained to begin with and receive no refresher training once they're conscript. Link. ISW said, the partial mobilization will occur in deliberate phases, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said in an interview. Link. ISW said, Russia's partial mobilization will thus not deprive Ukraine of the opportunity to liberate more of its occupied Link. Air Force Times said, a court decision is expected soon on the new military household goods contract. Link. ABC News said, we don't want it to happen again. But it's going to happen again. Link. Aviation and Naval Assets said, photo. Aviation and Naval Assets said, guess they cleaned up their act and quit running guns, photo. Newsmax said, at Rudy Giuliani, it's disgraceful that she's practicing law or allowed to practice law. Letitia James went to TH. Link. WW3 update retweeted Justice_in_Viva09 who said, retweet at Jariana_changes, Justin needs to say something. Cause how are the other shows going as planned but having his dancers find other work WI. Reuters US News said, big US banks prime rate soars to highest since financial crisis, link, photo. WW3 update retweeted Consequence who said, retweet at Consequence, Arlo Parks has cancelled a series of tour dates in order to focus on her debilitating mental health, link. WW3 update retweeted laughingplace.com who said, retweet at laughing_place, at Decapella Music have cancelled 4 of their US fall tour dates, link, photo. Aviation and Naval Assets said, Volgodinepir #8514/RA76952 departed Krasnoyarsk Yemlianovo, no destination for heavy lift cargo. Photo. WW3 update retweeted Ian who said, retweet at _it's Ian at slander official guys, any word on why the Birmingham tour date was cancelled? I've been waiting 9 years to see you boys again. Lima Uniform November Alpha Charlie Yankee 252 said at Ara Setsnice. WW3 update retweeted Teresa Reshesk who said, retweet at Teresa Reshesk, when I found out that Whitesnake cancelled their tour I was upset. Me and my bestie were looking forward to seeing them. WW3 update retweeted Go to Joy Iceland who said, retweet at Go to Hoy Iceland, unfortunately our tour is cancelled tonight to 1.09.2022, link. Aviation and Naval Assets said, camber flight out of Cologne board, photo. Newsmax said, Kim Guilfoyle, Letitia James should actually prosecute herself, because she's nothing but a stalker of Donald Trump, link. WW3 update retweeted Ahmed Zaidan who said, retweet at Zaidanism, this is at least the second time in recent years a at Teneruan US tour gets cancelled because of visa-related issues. How come? Aviation and Naval Assets said. Photo. WW3 update retweeted Bridget Honeycutt who said, Retweet at Bunny at Filmmar11 at Schreiber at Jbarrow. Why do you think so many flights are cancelled? Medical procedures postponed. The ER waiting. Aviation and Naval Assets said, photo. WW3 update retweeted Nona Manis who said, retweet at Nona Manis 3113 at Tiong Tiong 2 years BCS of freakin' C asterisk R0N4 127 World Tour been cancelled. Loudly crying face. Can't wait to see you in Jakarta Tayan. WW3 update retweeted Laurenza N who said, retweet at Laurenzon, Justice World Tour India officially cancelled. JWT Kuala Lumpur Ada Harapan Ka, broken heart loudly crying face, photo. AFP news agency said, update European Union foreign ministers meet to consider imposing new sanctions on Russia after it mobilized Reser. Link. Aviation and Naval Assets said, at MX World News, photo. Evergreen Intel said, curiously enough, when I went back and looked at the flight data to see if there were any other Rossiya or RUAF air. Link. AFP news agency said, breaking very high chance of Hong Kong ending year in recession, finance chief, photo. Amelia Smith said, likely vanilla unmanned ultra-long endurance UAS flying out of Edwards AFBCA flight pattern matches previous VU. Link. WW3 update retweeted Matthew Brandley who said, retweet at Matthew 5233839 at the government 5 cruise ships have cancelled transatlantic stops at your island in the next 2 months with 5 more UNC. Aviation and Naval Assets said, photo. WW3 update retweeted Adam Shields who said, retweet at Adam Shields, we wanted to do an Alaskan cruise that went to Glacier Bay, still doing that, and Skagway, now cancelled. Skagway has H. Visirkergang said at Arisets what website is that you're using OK Hand. Aviation and Naval Assets said, photo. Evergreen Intel said, while these two interesting patterns may be entirely unrelated, I believe them to be, I think it is perhaps import. Link. WW3 update retweeted Hooflon Flu. Who said, retweet at Gravis at I am Swabata the world is shutting down its nuclear power plants, stupidly. Aviation and Naval Assets said, at Bolivar Files, photo. WW3 update retweeted oilprice.com who said, retweet at Oiland Energy, Germany's ISAR-2 nuclear power plant in Bavaria on Monday reported a leak that will require it to go offline in October. Visirkergang said at Idle Huntress I reported this ad, it's disgraceful. Newsmax said, at Lindsey Graham SC on Letitia James, you're never going to convince me that this is not about her political agenda. Link. Aviation and Naval Assets said, Camber 119, photo. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 5 hours 54 minutes and 34 seconds. Zaporizhzhia Oblast, Zaporizhzhia Oblast. Link. WW3 update retweeted NVM who you thought I was index pointing up dark skin tone raised fist dark skin tone victory hand dark skin tone who said, retweet at FKN__ general, I need to see an underground parking garage, maybe 4 more bedrooms and an underground bunker that holds up to 40 people. Intel Rogue said, the border between Georgia and Russia where thousands of Russians are fleeing the country after Putin declared some. Link. BNO News said, breaking, gunmen open fire at bar in central Mexico, killing at least 10 people. Aviation and Naval Assets said at Amelie Earhart, photo. WW3 update said, remember this, link. TRT World Now said, EU foreign ministers agree to prepare new sanctions on Russia and increase weapons deliveries to Kiev after preside. Link. Visirkergang said at Team YouTube have yous had a look yet? ABC News said, lottery officials say 2 people who wish to remain anonymous have claimed a $1.337 billion Mega Millions jackpot. Link. Aviation and Naval Assets said, Chamwing #421/YK bag headed to Russia. @no_itsmatern, photo. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted MFT United States Ukraine who said, retweet @m_misfit, Russian troops hold up around Starobilsk keep getting hit by HIMARS. Possibly another locale, photo. WW3 update retweeted Hourglass Not Done who said, retweet @Digital Demizone, remember when NYC ran a PSA about nuclear attack preparedness? Now Denver is giving free big out bags for national PR. Al-Mayadeen English said, according to recent research, autistic children are more likely to be hospitalized if they are exposed to air. Link. Oil price hourly said, #oil price update, $89.54 chart increasing. Brent dollar crude, #oil price source, link. Aviation and Naval Assets said, photo. WW3 update retweeted Jules Vandermeer who said, retweet @Jules Vme, Truss is the aggressor, ex-Putin aide warns nuclear attack on London now possible, link. WW3 update retweeted Anna Epsika who said, retweet @Ughzam Sakana @Tony_Magoni you do realize that not that long ago a PSA was issued in NYC telling New Yorkers what to do in the event of. Intel Rogue said, at the protest against Putin's order for military service in Ukraine in Moscow, the National Guard killed a girl by. Link. WW3 update retweeted Sandra who said, retweet @Sandra_EFF_, precautionary steps by the Ministry of Emergency are always taken when aggression is expected. There's no need to panic PE. WW3 update retweeted Alexander Petrov who said, retweet @Petrov_Bergen, Alexander Petrov TV, Head of Department Eurasia at Safety Tools Almet as, Bergen, Norway. Workshops in Ministry of Aviation and Naval Assets said, DC3, photo. AFP News Agency said, #update Hong Kong is set to end the year in the midst of a full-blown recession, city's finance chief Paul Chan War. Link. Intel Rogue said, rights group says over 1,300 detained in dozens of cities after Putin orders partial mobilization, sparking largest. Link. RAWSALERTS said, police car light breaking, mass shooting at a bar with multiple people dead. Pushpin Guanajuato Mexico. A mass shooting took place in. Link. WW3 update retweeted Yara, Butterfly Sparkles who said, retweet @Fauci19, a French news channel illustrated many nuclear bombs with the nuclear bomb of the game Fallout LMAO, photo. WW3 update retweeted Russia Essa Ali United Arab Emirates who said, retweet @Essa_A1I, Serbian President Vucic, Putin is not bluffing about protecting Russia from nuclear threats, photo. WW3 update retweeted Shadib who said, retweet @Vedant_Nagar18, me seeing World 3 trending along nuclear, Putin and Biden. Photo. WW3 update retweeted ZMIST who said, retweet @ZMIST_UA, high voltage US will destroy Russia's Black Sea fleet if it uses nuclear weapons in Ukraine, said the former commander of NATO forces in. Newsmax said, Greg Kelly, I don't know about you but I did feel a lot better with President Trump as president. Photo. WW3 update retweeted Porter Anderson who said, retweet @Porter_Anderson, media @Mark Hertling to @Donleman, you can't look at the potential use of nuclear weapons as a hollow threat. That's. WW3 update retweeted Zaid Hamid who said, retweet @Zaid Zaman Hamid, I personally do not think that this is a bluff. The globalists want a nuclear #WW3 and they are provoking Russia to. WW3 update retweeted Viktor Kovalenko who said, retweet @MR Kovalenko, last night allegedly Ukrainian partisans in the occupied Crimea burned the Land Rover Freelander, $20K 45K, of the top are you. WW3 update retweeted Anton Gerashenko, who said, retweet at Gerashenko_N, Russian propagandist Telegram channels started spreading information that to defeat Ukraine nuclear strikes are necessary. WW3 update retweeted Primrose St. James, who said, retweet at Primrose St. James, this went unnoticed, but in the night Russians again attacked the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. They damaged one. Endgame. WW3 United States said, conflict with a nuclear-capable peer possible, says Stratcom commander, link. WW3 update retweeted Denis Shmihal, who said, retweet at Denis_Shmihal, nuclear terrorism of RF is a global threat. Within UNGA 77 together with Emmanuel Macron opened the event dedicated to S. Russia is a terrorist state, said, photo. Endgame. WW3 United States said, update, Armenia's defense ministry accuses Azerbaijan of bombing its border positions. ABC News said, a former Minneapolis police officer who pleaded guilty to his role in the 2020 death of George Floyd was sentenced. Link. Intel Rogue said, protests in the city of Nowshera in northern Iran, with several police cars set on fire. Currently it's Thursday 7. Link. Russia is a terrorist state, said, photo. WW3 update retweeted Ben Owen, United States Eagle, who said, retweet at here K. Ben Owen, Governor Newsom signs a law allowing human composting as a burial method, link. WW3 update retweeted ABC7 Eyewitness News, who said, retweet at ABC7, Californians will be able to choose human composting as their burial method starting in 2027, link. Intel Rogue retweeted Jason Brodsky, who said, retweet at Jason M. Brodsky, pro-IRGC Telegram accounts report a Basij member from Tabriz Hossein Ojagi was killed in the Iran protests. Use of the Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Right-Wing Cope, who said, retweet at Right-Wing Cope, this dick riding is crazy, photo. WW3 update retweeted Kevin M. Kraft, who said, retweet at KevCraft, Soylent Green alert, human composting is now legal in major US state, link. World Military News retweeted Evoluzibina, who said, retweet at Evoluzibina, perfect wind tunnel view from the top. Rush hour Queen's funeral environment, photo. Newsmax said, Dershowitz, if I were Trump's lawyer, I would be making a motion to recuse and disqualify Letitia James. Link. AFP news agency said, pilot whale strandings. About 200 pilot whales have perished after becoming stranded on the rugged west coast of T. Link. WW3 update said, police car light, 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 link. Russia is a terrorist state, said, another of his epic pictures, link, photo. World Military News retweeted Sergei Bobkov, who said, retweet at Bobkov, meanwhile in Nikolov, Ukraine. Glorious UA military is taking in new eager recruits to fight against Russia. Link. World Military News retweeted Sergei Bobkov, who said, retweet at Bobkov, all Soviet/Russian hardware was made in full domestic production cycle. Those factories are now running 24/7. The Western Mike. World Military News retweeted Sergei Bobkov, who said, retweet at Bobkov, meanwhile in Ukraine, photo. Intel Rogue said, footage of protests against military mobilization in St. Petersburg, Moscow from last night, they were held in Yekhan. Link. First Squawk said, Taiwan government aims to end COVID quarantine for arrivals from around October 13th. WW3 update retweeted L American, who said, retweet at L American_, DeSantis spokesman gives proof migrants transferred to Massachusetts signed consent form, link, #immigrant. Reuters US News said, Hurricane Fiona heads to Bermuda, up to 8 dead in Puerto Rico, link, photo. WW3 update retweeted Dan Walter, who said, retweet at trade of you here. Ron DeSantis reveals consent form signed by Martha's Vineyard migrants. Governor response to class action lawsuit by Russia is a terrorist state, said Medvedchuk plus 55 Putin regime terrorists that surrendered and were captured during the reclamation of the Kharkiv are. Link. Russia is a terrorist state, said the terror-Russian publics are on fire, whining non-stop. Russia is a terrorist state, said, warning at least 215 defenders of Ukraine, many of them are the heroes of Mariupol and Azovstal, were released by the link. Ukraine siren alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 6 hours 36 minutes and 43 seconds. Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, Nikopol. Alert length, 9. Link. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Christo Grozev, who said, retweet at Krista Grozev, Russia's ultranationalist and mercenaries, who had briefly been appeased by Putin's mobilization announcement, are getting. War Monitor US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Joyce Karam, who said, retweet at Joyce_Karam, elderly woman in Iran takes off headscarf, joins the youth protests, chanting death to Khomeini. One of few in streets. W. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Christo Grozev, who said, retweet at Krista Grozev, Putin the brilliant strategist. Photo. Reuters. US News said, Iran, US clash at UN on nuclear deal, human rights issues, link, photo. TRT World Now said, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan praises Turkey for brokering a major prisoner swap and grain deal between. Link. Tim said, #Whiskey Wednesday, throttle that is. Grinning squinting face. #fail, photo. War Monitor. US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Sofia Ukraini, who said, retweet at Slava UK 307227777, Red Heart Katerina has been freed today. You may remember her as Birdie, who sang while bombs rained on Azovstal. I'm so happy. ABC News said, the Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that mediation efforts on behalf of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Sa. Link. War Monitor. US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Kabir Tunajat, who said, retweet at Kabir Tunajat, nuke threats would have garnered foghorns across the coast and air sirens in cities in the 1960s to 70s and such. Now we get. War Monitor. US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Apex, who said, retweet at Apex_WW, Reuters. Australia and New Zealand condemned Russian President Vladimir Putin's escalation of the war in Ukraine, saying his Evergreen Intel said, Forte 10 putting in some work eyeing Sevastopol. United States RQ-4B Global Hawk UAV using hex code #AE5421, photo. War Monitor. US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Reuters, who said, retweet at Reuters, large swathes of Pakistan are inundated due to unprecedented floods, which have killed over 1,500 people and forced hundreds of. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Brady Afric, who said, retweet at Brady Afric, a buildup of traffic on the Russian side of the Russia-Georgia border is visible in both Google and Yandex Maps data. https:// Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Defmon, who said, retweet at Defmon3, denazifying was just a feint. Tyler Ragawe said, #ender. Newsmax said, she must think we're stupid. Trump New York latest, attorney for 45 Adelina Habba dismantles the claims of New York AG. Link. Canuck 78 said, #US Air Force RQ-4 Global Hawk #RICO 26 #AE5415 #UAV, photo. Ukraine Siren Alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 6 hours 53 minutes and 11 seconds. Zaporizhzhia Oblast, Zaporizhzhia Oblast. A. Link. AFP news agency said, Western experts predict Russian President Vladimir Putin's new troop mobilization will prolong the war in Ukraine. B. Link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Bill Kostian, who said, retweet at Kostian_V, Ukrainian #Putin ally Viktor #Medvedchuk exchanged for 200 #Azov battalion fighters, #Zelensky says, #Ukraine https://t. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Iran Newswire, who said, retweet at Iran NW, September 21st, Khimshar, and #Iran. Protests have erupted in many northern cities including Khimshar, where protesters are cursing. WW3 update retweeted Glossamusek, who said, retweet at Glossmusek, high voltage #Ukraine, 2022091, #Kherson, Kherson Oblast, reported around 21:16 p.m, video showing destroy fire station being dead. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Iran Newswire, who said, retweet at Iran NW, note that during the 2019 #Iran protests the regime killed at least 1,500 people including women and children during an internet. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Iran Newswire, who said, retweet at Iran NW, September 21st, Khimshar, and #Iran. Protesters tear down a banner of Ismail Salehi Mazandari, a dead regime-affiliated cleric. #IR. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Iran Newswire, who said, retweet at Iran NW, September 21st, Khimshar, and #Iran. I will kill the one who killed my sister. #Iran protests. #Masa Amini. #_https://t. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Iran Newswire, who said, retweet at Iran NW, September 21st, Keshm Island, #Iran. Protesters attack security forces who have abducted a young protester and help him flee. #I. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Iran Newswire, who said, retweet at Iran NW, September 21st, Keshm Island, #Iran. Riot police flee protesters. #Iran protests. #Masa Amini. #photo. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Iran Newswire, who said, retweet at Iran NW, September 21st, Tailsh and #Iran. Security forces are opening fire on protesters. The man in the video was hit in the leg. It's not CL. Oil price hourly said, #oil price update, $90.27 chart increasing. Brent dollar crude, #oil price source, link. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_itsmatern, Iranian users are having serious problems using the WhatsApp, most of the provinces are experiencing a complete block of. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_itsmatern, Sadakia, Western Tehran. Protesters chanting death to the dictator. Tehran province, #Iran. #Iran protests, link. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_itsmatern, Kerman, the birthplace of #IRGC's terror commander Qasem Soleimani / His poster has been torched by the protesters. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_itsmatern, link. Canuck 78 said, U.S. Air Force. Boeing KC-135R Strato tanker. 59 to 1499, photo. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_itsmatern, continuous gunfire was just heard in Tabriz, Eastern Azerbaijan province. #Iran protests. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Aleph, who said, Retweet at no_Itzmitern, Shiraz, Fars province. Regime's forces firing towards the protesters. Kuyts. 29.63237. 52.53796. #Iran protests. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_Itzmitern, Tehran, #Tehran province. Protesters chanting Khomeini is a pimp. And I'm not even kidding. Kuyts. 35.6370. 51.4038. Intel Rogue said, honestly, after scenes like this have been seen since February, what does the Kremlin actually think? Throwing unwill. Link. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_Itzmitern, protests are widening, now begun in Ilam province. #Iran protests, photo. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_Itzmitern, quite hilarious. When the Iranian regime's President Raisi was giving speech about freedom of speech, the Instagram W. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_Itzmitern, Tailsh City, Jalan province. #Iran protests, photo. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_Itzmitern, Gunbati Kavas, Golestan province. Kuyts. 37.24917. 55.18514. #Iran protests, photo. Russia is a terrorist state, retweeted Aleph, who said, retweet at no_Itzmitern, protesters chanting. The mullahs have to GTFO. Kuyts. 36.4633. 52.3476. Umul, Mazandaran province. #Iran protests #IR. Newsmax said, fraud, Trump rips racist AG Letitia James, whose latest Get Trump move comes amid bad poll numbers and skyrocket. Link. First Squawk said, U.S. theft claims were nearly twice as common for Hyundai, Kia vehicles as for all other manufacturers among 2015-1. Link. WW3 update, retweeted Ukraine News, who said, retweet at Ukraine 66251776, huge Christian procession in St. Petersburg in honor of Russian soldiers and their SMO mission in Ukraine. What are you? AFP news agency said, about 200 pilot whales have perished after being stranded on a beach in Tasmania, Australia. Just 35 of the approximate. Link. The Kiev Independent said, high voltage Reuters, EU ministers agree on new Russia sanctions, more weapons to Ukraine. Ministers agreed to draw up an 8T. Link. The Kiev Independent said, the ministers also agreed to increase weapons supplies to Ukraine. The package could be formalized in October when the ministers meet next. Evergreen Intel said, life comes at you fast. Link. WW3 update, retweeted Vatican News, who said, retweet at Vatican News, in his Wednesday general audience, Pope Francis remembers his recent journey to Kazakhstan, saying he was so glad to me. WW3 update, retweeted Vatican News, who said, retweet at Vatican News, on World Alzheimer's Day, we pray for all those who are suffering from Alzheimer's disease and for their families and those. WW3 update, retweeted Zaid Hamid, who said, retweet at Zaid Zaman Hamid, something huge is cooking up. German parliamentarian warned of Sep 24th. Pope asked all Vatican assets to be moved to. ABC News said, disgruntled Airbnb guests are taking to Twitter and TikTok to vent about everything from cleaning fees to misleading. Link. WW3 update, retweeted Diaur Yin, who said, retweet at Diaur_, I wish to one day be as happy as Sylvester Stallone holding the Vatican keys, photo. WW3 update, retweeted Red Circle Black Conspiracy Reality Red Circle, who said, retweet at B Seriality. if you only knew what was hidden in the archives of the Vatican. Photo. DTY Virtual Radar United Kingdom said, call sign, #TO2232. Airbus A330-243 of #Air Anchor. Reg. GVYGJ Alt, 22,812 feet squawk, 7,721 ICAO, #406B79, photo. War Monitor US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Raging 545 who said, retweet at Raging 545, video of 3 Russian men who came out in support of Putin's mobilization and to condemn the people protesting against it. War Monitor US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted MFT United States Ukraine who said, retweet at M_misfit, photos of arrivals in Kherson are posted by local publics. They write that the hits were in the area of the railway bridge. DTY Virtual Radar United Kingdom said, call sign, #TO2232. Airbus A330-243 of #Air Anchor. Reg. GVYGJ Alt, 22,812 feet squawk, 7,721 ICAO, #406B79, photo. The Kiev Independent said, high voltage Ukraine's armed forces report destroying Russian Mi-24 helicopter in Kherson Oblast. Ukraine's southern operat. Link. WW3 update said, this is wild. Link. The aliens in the carvings like from the movie Aliens. Link. War Monitor US Outlying Islands Ukraine said, I saw a video of this on TikTok, but at the time it wasn't confirmed, especially it being, well, TikTok. Link. Intel Rogue said at VCDGF 555, photo. Angry staffer Sunflower said, where's that lawyer who was arguing with me about the government owning classified documents? The 11th Circuit SE. Link. WW3 update retweeted Glossamusek who said, retweet at Glossmusek, Russia #Putin's mobilization. #Russia, 2022091, St. Petersburg, reported around 20.26 p.m., video shows arrested protesters. Angry staffer Sunflower said, we need to take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this bench slapping. The district court abused its discretion. Link. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 21 minutes and 45 seconds. Zaporizhzhia Oblast, Zaporizhzhia Oblast. Link. Newsmax said, Donald Trump Jr., the Bull-Dem witch hunt continues. Link. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 23 minutes and 51 seconds. Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Link. WW3 update retweeted SSSW who said, retweet at SSS weather, latest micro events, 12H, server 2, #ZoonInfo #SolarInfo #Space weather #Solar flare, photo. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 27 minutes and 14 seconds. Cherkasy Oblast, Cherkasy Oblast. Link. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 27 minutes and 21 seconds. Kirovohrad Oblast, Kirovohrad Oblast. Link. 360-degree radar said, United States Boeing P-8A Poseidon. #868080 #Taiwan, Photo. Angry staffer Sunflower retweeted the White House who said, retweet at White House, Senator Cruz voted against this. ABC News said, so far, 8 brides spanning 3 generations have worn the special dress. Link. The Rage X said, Russia high voltage Ukraine, the Battle of Ukraine. Day 211 of Putin's 3-day war. Follow our Instagram account. Link. TRT World Now said, Uzbekistan warns citizens against joining foreign armies after Russia offered fast-track citizenship to those who US. Link. WW3 Update retweeted Ego Death who said, retweet at Silence the Ego, what's happening on September 24, 2022. There are rumors of disruptive solar flares that can have devastating worldwide. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 30 minutes and 57 seconds. Mykolaiv Oblast. Link. AFP News Agency said, video, Russian anti-mobilization protesters arrested. Images show Russian police forcibly detaining protesters in. Link. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 31 minutes and 33 seconds. Poltava. #Ukraine, mess. Link. Reuters US News said, banks close painful Citrix debt chapter with $700 MLN loss source. Link. Photo. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 32 minutes and 24 seconds. Kharkiv Oblast. Link. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 33 minutes and 44 seconds. Mykolaiv Oblast, Krivozersk community. Link. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 7 hours 34 minutes and 34 seconds. Mykolaiv Oblast, housed in a fire station, got schwacked anyway. Skull and crossbones. Photo. Evergreen Intel retweeted H.I. Sutton who said, retweet at Covered Shores, breaking. A previously unreported Ukrainian USV, uncrewed surface vessel, appears to have slipped past Russian end. WW3 Update retweeted the Dying States of America who said, retweet at Cracker Convoy, this is live on MSN homepage. It's happening, man face palming. What to do if a worst case nuclear scenario actually happens. https:// WW3 Update retweeted Francesco Comito who said, retweet at Francesc Comito, warning attention, sensitive images. ! Iranian security forces opened fire on demonstrators in Tehran. Link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine said, Ukraine knows how to make a nuclear weapon. Just saying. WW3 Update retweeted Po Yalabo who said, retweet at Minutable, this is definitely, 100% America at this junction. Yet, we about to wander into nuclear war with Russia and / or China. Angry staffer Sunflower said, that's a weird way to say completely fabricated his combat record and lied about the country he was deployed to. Link. WW3 Update retweeted Cody Carmody who said, retweet at Cody Carmody, they also have the bunkers, underground infrastructure, and food systems prepared for such a scenario. Switzerland, 4 in. Reuters US News said, Ginny Thomas, wife of Supreme Court Justice, to answer January 6 committee questions, lawyer. Link. Photo. Newsmax said, Dr. Oz, John Fetterman is the most pro-murderer candidate in America right now. Link, photo. Ukraine siren alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 7 hours 41 minutes and 58 seconds. Cherkasy Oblast, Cherkasy Oblast. Alert link. Link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine said, not sure, they'd need the material. TBH, I wouldn't be surprised if they're sitting on one right now. Ukraine siren alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 7 hours 42 minutes and 19 seconds. Kirovohrad Oblast, Kirovohrad Oblast. Link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine said, and in exchange, we'll provide them with security assurances. Link. WW3 update retweeted Donald Trump Jr. who said, retweet at Donald J. Trump Jr., the bullshit dem witch hunt continues. Photo. Evergreen Intel said at covered shores at Oryxbioenko at Saturnax 1 at Samlagrone at Kyle Mizakami at BD Herzinger at Austin Technical at Strike Pod. Link. WW3 update retweeted Donald Trump Jr. who said, retweet at Donald J. Trump Jr., Joe Biden's America. Photo. WW3 update retweeted Donald Trump Jr. who said, retweet at Donald J. Trump Jr., an 18 years old conservative is murdered by 41-year-old leftist and the media is totally silent. No connection to Joe Biden and Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted who said, Retweet at Beth 2.0 _ Arizona is implementing law requiring voters to show proof of American citizenship. Guess who's suing AZ over this? The D. Russia is a terrorist state said, warning explosions in Zaporizhzhia this morning. #Ukraine #Russia #Putin, photo. Russia is a terrorist state said, warning strong fire in Zaporizhzhia after #Putin regime terrorist strikes in the city this morning. #Ukraine #Russia, photo. WW3 update retweeted Donald Trump Jr. who said, retweet at Donald J. Trump Jr., this November, we need to defend pregnant Latinx men. First Squawk said, senior Chinese diplomat Wang Yi tells Russia's Lavrov China's position on Ukraine will continue to be objective and fair. WW3 update retweeted Ryan Saavedra who said, retweet at Real Saavedra, NBC News just deleted this article on Twitter in which they compare migrants to trash, photo. Tim Ultramega 1776 retweeted Alan D. Miller who said, retweet at Alan Vibe, so inspiring to see the bravery of women and men in Iran. Burning hijabs in public, challenging the authorities, protesting a. First Squawk said, Russia mobilizes an estimated 300,000 troops to reinforce the front line in Ukraine. CNBC. The Intel Crab retweeted Kiev Post who said, retweet at Kiev Post, video camera enormous queues at the #Russia #Georgia border. Video at Ekho-Kafkaza, photo. WW3 update retweeted who said, retweet at Rise Up and Dressist, New Zealand a herbicide collection of, if only to save one life, except of course these. ABC News said, a Florida highway was temporarily closed after a semi-trailer carrying cases of Coors Light crashed and turned the R. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Patty Girl Mega Republican United States Shamrock, who said, retweet at Perspicacious XY, House Democrats kill resolution to investigate Hunter Biden. What are they hiding? Link. WW3 update said, police car light solar telescope volcano, link. Russia is a terrorist state said, warning strong fire in Zaporizhzhia after Putin regime terrorist strikes in the city this morning. Ukraine Russia. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Jack Posavisi United States, who said, retweet at Jack Posavisi, today a left-wing adult in North Dakota just straight up murdered a teenager for being a Republican. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Emmanuel, Manny, Fabian, who said, retweet at Manny Fabian, at around 5 a.m. shots were reportedly fired toast the West Bank settlement of Har-Bracha near Nablus. Dozens of shell see. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Kevin Rothrock, who said, retweet at Kevin Rothrock, Russian mobilization black humor. Photo. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Take No Prisoners 1776, who said, retweet at NPT 1776, my sister just called. She never calls me at work. My mom had a heart attack, loudly crying face, I'm trying to hold it together but fuck it's hot. AFP news agency said, one girl was hit on the back of her head, there was a lot of blood. Teachers at a Myanmar school hit by a militant. Link. Ilya Ponomarenko, Ukraine said, Putin's announcement of partial mobilization on September 21 reflected many problems Russia faces in its faltering. Link. Ilya Ponomarenko, Ukraine said, this will not generate significant usable Russian combat power for months. It may suffice to sustain the current. Link. Ilya Ponomarenko, Ukraine said, it will occur in deliberate phases, likely precluding any sudden influx of Russian forces that could dramatically. Link. Ukraine siren alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 7 hours 56 minutes and 46 seconds. Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Link. Ukraine siren alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 7 hours 56 minutes and 52 seconds. Kharkiv Oblast, Kharkiv Oblast. Alert length. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted United Kingdom Jolene Bunting United Kingdom who said, retweet at Jolene Bunting hic, time to check in on the Republic of Ireland, how are they coping under the strains of forced multiculturalism? https:// Ukraine siren alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 7 hours 57 minutes and 13 seconds. Poltava, Poltava. Alert length, 0:25:50. Link. Ukraine siren alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 7 hours 58 minutes and 18 seconds. Zaporizhzhia Oblast, Zaporizhzhia Oblast. A. Link. WW3 update said, 628 were shut down also, and when does an arrest of a single person make it necessary to send in the military? A. Link. AFP news agency said, breaking court upholds Khmer Rouge leader's genocide conviction, life sentence, photo. Newsmax said, liberal activist and Parkland, Florida, shooting survivor David Hawk said he would much rather own a Porsche than. Link. Oil price hourly said, oil price update, $90.14 chart decreasing. Brent dollar crude, oil price source, link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Flash who said, retweet at flash_news_UA, high voltage local residents report that there are many columns of smoke in Zaporizhzhia after missile arrivals. Backhand index pointing right follow. At FLA. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Nigel Farage who said, retweet at Nigel_Farage, virtually every single MP in Westminster is responsible for the ethnic and religious violence seen in Leicester. They d. Evergreen Intel said, the command of Russia's Black Sea Fleet has almost certainly relocated its Kilo-class submarines from their home P. Link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Kiev Post who said, retweet at Kiev Post, high voltage Ukrainian authorities, bodies of 320 civilians and 18 Ukrainian soldiers have been exhumed in Izium so far. Tim said, good night you savages. Tomorrow is going to be interesting. Photo. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted James Surowiecki who said, retweet at James Surowiecki, Tucker Carlson implying that the deep state took out Richard Nixon, because no one can explain Watergate to this day. WW3 update said, oh the curse of a good memory face with rolling eyes. I remember the original story on Sunspot Solar Observatory was Chinese espionage. Link. TRT World Now said, Russia and Ukraine exchanged nearly 300 prisoners of war under Turkey brokered swap deal. Photo. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Mark Moyser for US Senate who said, retweet at Mark Moyser, less than 7 weeks until the election. Are you ready to help me win the US Senate race in California? Link. Russia is a terrorist state said, warning Kyaktal Tanbulag border crossing between Russia and Mongolia this morning. Ukraine Putin, photo. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Yulia Mendel who said, retweet at Yulia Mendel, Ukraine, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Moldova will create a free trade zone. In New York, the foreign ministers of Georgia, UKR. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Stars and Stripes who said, retweet at Stars and Stripes, in a recent survey, 81% of Americans said the US should maintain or increase its commitment to NATO. That is the HIG. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Flash who said, retweet at flash_news_UA, highlights of the night. High voltage explosions were heard in Mykolaiv, Nikopol, and Kramatorsk, subscribers report. We are wait. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted, Yosef Hadid who said, retweet at Yosef Hadid. Photo. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted PK Ukraine Ireland, pronouncing that nonsense, who said, retweet at bloodless_Baron, photo. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Matt Walsh who said, retweet at Matt Walsh blog, breaking, after my report, Vanderbilt's transgender clinic has deleted their entire website. Literally the whole thing. AFP news agency said, update Cambodia's unbacked Khmer Rouge war crimes tribunal upholds the genocide conviction and life sentence invoked. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Tom Fitton who said, retweet at Tom Fitton, new, Lindell civil rights lawsuit, 3 Biden FBI cars surrounded his vehicle at Hardee's after hunting shrimp, agents unlawful. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Gordon Johnson who said, retweet at Headspace Space 1, my fully vaccinated family members. 14 COVID cases post-vax. 2 miscarriages. 2 cancer diagnosis. 1 death. My full. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Margot Gontar who said, retweet at Margot Gontar, February 24th. Ukrainians are Googling how to make Molotov cocktail. September 21st. Russians are Googling how to leave the sea. ABC News said, in the wake of the controversy, the HFPA vowed to make transformational changes to boost minority membership and link. WW3 update said, stockpiling for WW3 even if they don't participate in it, link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted MFT United States Ukraine who said, retweet at M_misfit, the destroyed base of the invaders in Kupiansk Ukraine, photo. Ukraine Siren Alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 8 hours 14 minutes and 31 seconds. Mykola Oblast, Voznesensk. Alert length, 0:40. Link. Russia is a terrorist state retweeted Ukraine memes for NATO teens who said, retweet at Livfaustdium, photo. Netherlands radar said, Silkway Airlines Iliasian IL-76TD, 4KAZ41, #600,829, as flight #AZQ4115 at 30,000 feet heading westbound, exact L. Link. War Monitor US outlying islands Ukraine retweeted Brandon Van Grack who said, retweet at B Van Grack, you're sending it the docs marked classified to Mar-a-Lago or wherever it is you're sending it. Seems to imply FBOTUS SE. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Jessica Kasmer who said, retweet at Jessica Kasmer, activists suing DeSantis over Martha's Vineyard flights received over $1.3 million from George Soros network at Fox News https:// Intel Crab retweeted High Voltage English who said, retweet at T-Pixanews, the consequences of a projectile impact in Zaporizhzhia. Photo. Newsmax said, two people who wish to remain anonymous have claimed a $1.337 billion Mega Millions jackpot after a single ticket T. Link. The Intel Crab retweeted High Voltage English who said, retweet at T-Pixanews, Zaporizhzhia, it is reported that in some areas of the city after the impact, the lights went out. Civilian infrastructure. Ilya Ponomarenko Ukraine said, I guess this was the Azovstal garrison's last interview still at the ruined plant in Mariupol. Few really believed. Link. WW3 Update retweeted the New Voice of Ukraine who said, retweet at New Voice Ukraine, amid rising concerns about the security of Russia-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, the Polish government is. Ukraine Siren Alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 8 hours 22 minutes and 55 seconds. Mykolaiv lost. Mykolaiv lost. Alert. Link. Ilya Ponomarenko Ukraine said, what a night for Ukraine and AMP, the world, huh? There'll be a lot more to magic. Link. Russia is a terrorist state said, warning power outages and water supply disruptions reported in number of districts in Zaporizhzhia, after the Putin regime. Link. War Room Intel retweeted High Voltage English who said, retweet at T-Pixanews, photo. Ukraine Siren Alert said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 8 hours 24 minutes and 47 seconds. Mykola Oblast, Kryvozersk Community. Link. DTY Virtual Radar United Kingdom said, call sign, #unknown. Lockheed C-130J-30 Hercules of United States Air Force. Reg. 15 to 5822 alt, 27,000 feet squawk, 2034 ICAO, #85C974. WW3 update retweeted Mikhailo Fedorov who said, retweet at Fedorov Mikhailo, Putin announced a partial mobilization of 300k people and activation of the military industry. For us it's a signal to Netherlands radar said, Swiss Air Ambulance AG Bombardier Challenger 650, HBJWA, #4B1A00, as flight #SAZ55 at 40,000 feet heading northbound. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Pro Yawa PSD mathematical intersection symbol who said, retweet at Patriot Mimsy, the largest oil refinery in the United States is on fire, photo. #HaveGlass retweeted Nixta who said, retweet at Nixta_TV, this morning, #Russian invaders shelled #Zaporizhzhia heavily. The city's infrastructure was hit, and in some places the lie. TRT World Now said, Saudi Arabia secures release of 10 foreign fighters who were held in Russian prisons linked with Turkey Brokera. Link. WW3 Update retweeted geopolitics.wiki who said, retweet at geopoliticsW, the Russian state-owned defense industry giant, has vowed to enhance its production capabilities to keep up with the GRO. Reuters U.S. News said, U.S. FTC rejects Amazon bid to quash Bezos, Jassy testimony, link, photo. Intel Rogue said at VCDGF 555 at Gherkin true or not, I've read it only left for overdue repairs after an lengthy deployment. If IR. Link. WW3 Update retweeted Michael Franklin, 100% follow back, who said, retweet at Michael 04222710, #100%. Putin said that Russia's defense industry must achieve 100% import substituting. Netherlands radar said, United States Air Force Lockheed C-130J-30 Hercules, 15 to 5822, #AE5C97, as flight #Herky 37 at 26,975 feet, exact loca. Link. The Kiev Independent said, high voltage governor, Russian forces strike Zaporizhzhia. Zaporizhzhia Oblast Governor Staruk wrote on Telegram early on S. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Benny Johnson meme attack survivor raised fist medium skin tone raised fist dark skin tone raised fist medium dark skin tone raised fist light skin tone who said, retweet at Benny Johnson, police car light breaking, I was giving a speech about memes at the University of Iowa tonight with at T. Puza. A Kamala Harris meme triggy. AFP news agency said, drink it anyway, Syria water woes peak in cholera outbreak. We have suffered from diarrhea, vomiting and pain. Link. WW3 Update retweeted Francesco Comito who said, retweet at Francesc Comito, photos of yesterday's demonstrations in Moscow, Soda. Photo. Netherlands radar said, Omni Air International Boeing 767-33 Air, N378AX, #A45199, as U.S. Transportation Command Flight #CMB 545 at 39,025 feet. Link. WW3 Update retweeted Francesco Comito who said, retweet at Francesc Comito, Russian bombing of Zaporizhzhia a few minutes ago. Photo. WW3 Update retweeted Francesco Comito who said, retweet at Francesc Comito, Russian bombing of Zaporizhzhia a few minutes ago. Photo. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Wall Street Silver who said, retweet at Wall Street Silv, breaking, protesters in Naples burn their electricity bills and say today the campaign is born, we don't pay, from NAP. ABC News said, the House has approved an election reform bill intended to blunt future challenges to presidential elections. Link. WW3 Update said, looks like Chernobyl's hit and on fire. WW3 Update retweeted Francesco Comito who said, retweet at Francesc Comito, Russian bombing of Zaporizhzhia a few minutes ago. Photo. Newsmax said, a suburb in Chicago rejected a proposal to erect a statue of actor Harrison Ford. Link, photo. WW3 update retweeted Apocalypse Horseman rider of White Horse who said, retweet at Apocalypse 2015, amid rising concerns about the security of Russia-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, ZNPP, the Polish government. WW3 update retweeted Sam Kessler who said, retweet at Skessler 1066, Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant suffers loss of power after Russian shelling. Well, continued shelling by all sides. Reuters U.S. News said, from Breaking Views, Fed makes inflation fight Joe Biden's problem, link. WW3 update said, police car light, look at this, I just found it, link. Ukraine Siren Alert said, Ukraine Siren Alert 22/09/2022. 8 hours 44 minutes and 17 seconds. Donetsk Oblast. Link. Netherlands radar said, United States Air Force Boeing RC-135W, 62 to 4139, AE01D0, as flight Jake 11 at 24,500 feet heading eastbound, exact. Link. The Kiev Independent said, High Voltage U.S official thanks Ukraine, Saudi Arabia for securing release of American POWs. U.S. National Security Advisor. Link. The Kiev Independent said, Sullivan also thanked the Crown Prince and the government of Saudi Arabia for mediating. Al-Mayadeen English said, NATO to send more Kosovo forces to the Balkans at a time when Serbia has vowed to remain militarily neutral will. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Joe Delfino who said, retweet at Joe Delfino 6, breaking, $240 million food aid stolen, 44 indicted in Minnesota. Tied to Democratic Party and AMP, Ilhan Omar. Link. DTY Virtual Radar United Kingdom said, call sign, Jake 11. Boeing RC-135W of United States Air Force. Reg. 62 to 4139 alt, 25,707 feet squawk, 7,247 ICAO. Link. Netherlands radar said, KLPD Police Aviation Service Augusta Westland A.139, PHPXZ, #484AC0, as Netherlands Police Flight ZXP26 at 950 feet. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted E4RTH_Scout1 ST League, who said, retweet at EFX Scout1 League at Daddy Ezerider at Jan Felisfamil at David Coda through use of laser beam of few hundred milliwatts of power, discharge. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Michael Buria, who said, retweet at Michael Buria, Germany. Martial law. From October 1, German streets will be patrolled by the military to prevent riots. Link. The Kiev Independent said, High Voltage General Staff, Russia forcibly relocate residents in occupied Luhansk Oblast. Russian troops have forcibly take. Link. Tim Ultra Mega 1776 retweeted Drive Asim Mulhotra, who said, retweet at Dr Asim Mulhotra, wow. WW3 update retweeted, who said, retweet at Rice Up and Dressist, Jefferson County, Colorado, U.S. Outlying Islands. Oh no. 24th of September. Here we go. Incoming FF bomb fire, oncoming fist, photo. Al-Mayadeen English said, #DOJ1, #Trump0, the #US Court of Appeals removes the hold up on the #Mar-a-Lago documents #probe, leaving Trump's link. TRT World Now said, death toll from malaria and other diseases reached 324, authorities in flood-hit Pakistan, photo. Newsmax said, migrants are taking legal action against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for the Martha's Vineyard flight. The governor link. Oil price hourly said, #oil price update, $89.47 chart decreasing. Brent dollar crude, #oil price source, link. ABC News said, President Biden's nominee to lead the National Archives and Records Administration faced lawmakers in an unusually link. Ministry of Defense United Kingdom said, latest defense intelligence update on the situation in Ukraine, September 22, 2022. Find out more about the UK Gov. Link. Aleph said, latest intelligence update by @Defense HQ on #Ukraine, photo. TRT World Now said, Turkey on referendums in pro-Russian separatist regions in Ukraine. Such illegitimate fates accomplis will link. The Ascent Journal said, the latest The Ascent Journal daily report. Link, #cybersecurity #Ascent. WW3 update said, they sure did on a weekly basis for 4 years straight, link. Ministry of Defense United Kingdom said, 1/4, on September 21, 2022, Russia's Putin announced a partial mobilization to support operations in Ukraine. Rus. Link. Ministry of Defense United Kingdom said, 2/4, Russia is likely to struggle with the logistical and administrative challenges of even mustering the 300,000. Link. Ministry of Defense United Kingdom said, 3/4, even this limited mobilization is likely to be highly unpopular with parts of the Russian population. Putin link. Ministry of Defense United Kingdom said, 4/4, the move is effectively an admission that Russia has exhausted its supply of willing volunteers to fight in Ukraine. Ukraine Siren Alerts said, all clear. 22/09/2022. 9 hours 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Donetsk Oblast. Alert length, 0. Link. War Monitor US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Apex who said, retweet @Apex_WW, Reuters, European Union ministers agreed to push ahead with new sanctions targeting Russia at an informal meeting on Wednesday. War Monitor US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Flash who said, retweet @Flash_news_UA, high voltage the Russians killed 1 person in Zaporizhzhia with morning shelling. 5 were injured. Oleksandr Staruk, the head of War Monitor US Outlying Islands Ukraine retweeted Flash who said, retweet @Flash_news_UA, high voltage the smoke in Zaporizhzhia after the Russians hit the city. Backhand index pointing right follow. @Flash_news_UA, photo. Endgame WW3 United States retweeted Nixta, who said, retweet at Nixta_TV, Russian occupiers struck a train station in Kharkiv with rockets, thereby destroying refrigerator cars with the bodies of T. Benjamin Pittet retweeted Amelia Smith, who said, retweet at Amelie Earhart, last week, a Russian Su-25 close air support aircraft crashed shortly after takeoff just outside Milaravo Air Base, ROS. First Squawk said, Hong Kong government expected to announce next week scrapping of COVID-19 hotel quarantine policy for overseas arrivals, HKO1 citing sources. WW3 update retweeted Maximilian Martin, who said, retweet at Maxim Martin 77, false flag in Kansas this weekend. At Darnell Sugarfoot. At Luigi_Warren. At FBI Kansas City. At KC Star. At KSNT News. At Jack BC. Al-Mayadeen English said, ethics and morality is the reason behind this ban, but where were these principles hiding when Western nations W. Link. Endgame WW3 United States said, civilians on the front line say it's like hell as Russia strikes back in eastern Ukraine. World News Sky News, link. Newsmax said, the CDC expects COVID-19 vaccine boosters targeting circulating variants of the virus to be available for children. Link. WW3 update retweeted Performing Arts Robert Performing Arts hashtag Biden's laptop matters Tangerine, who said, retweet at mad_dog29, be on the lookout for false flag events. There are likely to be a number of them soon as we approach midterms, https://t. Netherlands radar said, United States Air Force Lockheed C-5M Galaxy, 87-0039, AE0584, as U.S. Air Mobility Command Flight RCH-837 at 2997. Link. WW3 update said, holy shit, link. WW3 update retweeted Wayne Madison, Pure Blood, who said, retweet at Archangel129 at D_K sound at Zaid Zaman Hamid. Then there's this. #false flag, photo. Intel Rogue retweeted Georgy Ravishvili, who said, retweet at Ravishvilig, the star of the Russian propaganda, fighter pilot Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Alexandrovich Aksionov and his navigator Slavik were. Netherlands radar said, #4984B6, as flight #CEF08 at 16,000 feet heading westbound over Naroth, Rhineland-Palatinate, Germany. At, link. ABC News said, Princes George and Louis and Princess Charlotte, 3 of Queen Elizabeth II's 12 great-grandchildren, have taken a link. Endgame WW3 United States said, North Korea planning to launch new missile submarine, reports, East Asia News, link. WW3 update said, and then there's this, link. Intel Rogue said, earthquake M6.7, near Leon, Guanajuato, Mexico, Thursday, September 22, 2022, 6:16 and 11 seconds UTC. Earthquakes GA said, region, Michoacan, Mexico. Mag, 6.8. UTC, September 22, 2022, 6:16 and 18 seconds. Lat, 18.52, Lon, -102.99. DEP, 94 kilometers. For more info and up. Link. Aleph said, earthquake. Magnitude, 7. Location, Michoacan, Mexico. Time, September 22, 2022, 6:16 and 14 seconds. Details. Link. BNO News said, breaking, strong aftershock measuring 7.0 hits western Mexico, USGS. Aleph said, #earthquake. Magnitude, 7. Location, 39 kilometers SSW of Aguililla, Mexico. Time, September 22, 2022, 6:16 and 11 seconds. Details. Link. FedEx News Delta said, breaking, strong earthquake measuring 7.0 hits western Mexico, USGS. TRT World Now said, New York's Attorney General sues former U.S. President Donald Trump, his family business and 3 of his children, a. Link. TRT World Now said, more than 1,300 people arrested for taking part in anti-mobilization protests in Russia rights group, photo. Reuters U.S. News said, UN showdown looms between Lavrov, West over atrocities in Ukraine, link, photo. BNO News said, more details, magnitude 7 aftershock hits western Mexico, link. AFP News Agency said, breaking major earthquake shakes Mexico City, AFP journalist, photo. Adam Disaster Alerts said, earthquake in 37 kilometers SSW of Aguililla, Mexico. Lat. 18.4 ln, minus 102.9. Magnitude, 7.0. Depth, 61.3. 22/09 at 06:16. Link. Aleph said, earthquake. Magnitude, 6.8. Location, Michoacan, Mexico. Time, September 22, 2022, 6:16 and 9 seconds. Details. Link. Tyler Ragawe said, the U.S. Air Force hottest club in 1996 was the Cone real name. Information Operations Center of the Air Force Informa. Link. The Israel link said, British PM says there is definitely thought to move the embassy to Jerusalem. Ministry of Defense United Kingdom said, we are delighted to welcome Sarah Atherton as the ministerial lead for issues related to people, veterans, and famil. Link. Skyscan World Satellite Airplane Helicopter said, Neo battery grip was used on my 90D. Works perfectly. 2x batteries. 1x USB charger. Can post. DM me for P. Link. 360-degree radar said, Russia took Polef 2214 PU, photo. Ukraine The War of Now Ukraine retweeted Skipper Bates who said, retweet at Skipper Bates, Alex Turner from Arctic Monkeys ordering in a restaurant, photo. 360-degree radar said, United States Northrop Grumman RQ-4 Global Hawk Rico 26, photo. The Kiev Independent said, high-voltage governor, 5 civilians killed, 12 injured in Donetsk Oblast on September 21. Over the past day, Russian troops have. Link. The Kiev Independent said, according to Kyrylenko, since February 24, Russia has killed 873 civilians in Donetsk Oblast, not including Mariupol and Volnovakha. Newsmax said, Tudor Dixon, media has let Gretchen Whitmer off the hook by ignoring her failures in education and public safety. Link. USGS Earthquakes said, notable quake, preliminary info, M6.8 to 46 kilometers SSW of Aguililla, Mexico, link. Reuters US News said, oil rises as supply fears overtake recession worries, link, photo. Netherlands radar said, German Air Force Airbus A340-313X, 16+01, #3EB1A6, as German Air Force flight #GAF 906 at 37,000 feet heading eastbound. Link. Netherlands radar said, #43EE43, as flight #2 Cook at 40,375 feet heading eastbound northwest of #EHSB at, link.